And we are live. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the richest Steve in Atlanta. I'm your host, Stevie Steve, and we are back at you with another episode, y'all. It is about the journey, never the title. So, y'all stick with me along this journey of becoming the richest Steve in Atlanta. I want to start by saying you are in for a great episode number 30. I can't believe we've been all over the world with this thing to get to 30 episodes. The Netherlands, Greece. It honestly, the whole thing has been crazy. But yeah, we got two topics for today. We're not gonna be here long. I'm still jet lagged, which is crazy to me. I'm still jet lagged from doing so much traveling. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Because of that, make sure that y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment on your way in the door. That way I know you are here. We got two topics for you today, though. We're going to discuss the presidential debate, and then we're going to talk about Tyreek Hill and his traffic stop incident that he had the other day. Two great topics. They've been all over the place with it. Y'all already know people. These are some big topics that people been talking about. I've been seeing them, and I just been kind of, the dibble dabbling in them, seeing what's up with that. But let's go ahead and get right on into our first topic of the day. The presidential debate, y'all. I feel like the presidential debate was the biggest waste of time that I've ever spent watching anything in my life. Just had to get biggest. Yeah, gotta make sure that we're the biggest waste of time that I've had, y'all. The fact that it was a bunch of arguing, bickering back and forth, a whole bunch of just no substance, in my opinion. I've heard so many different takes from it. Like I said, I've just wasted a whole bunch of time on this dumb presidential debate. From All right, let me just give y'all my opinions, and I'm gonna give y'all my opinions on Trump, Kamala, and then the ABC as a whole doing their thing. They put on the debate. Trump did what Trump does, makes headlines, says the wildest things in the world. That just is what it is. Kamala, she bickered back and forth with him, got on him, fed, didn't give us really nothing new, no policies, none of that stuff. And then the moderators, they didn't care nothing about that. It felt like they weren't even there half the time, or if they were there, they were pressing Donald Trump on answering the question when Kamala wasn't answering the question either. The biggest waste of my hour and a half that I've ever had. 100%. So y'all gotta see it. Y'all know I'm across seas. So I watch it after everybody else watched it. I woke up in the morning, watched it, did my thing. I was upset. I'm like, bro, this was a waste of time. I walk into the office, not the office, but I walk in the site. Why is this being talked about already? The first thing I hear when I walk in the door, did you watch that presidential debate? Did you hear what Trump said? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When I hear what Trump said, that's crazy, Trump. It's crazy. It might have a little, truth to it. It might have a little lot to it. But that headline is all that you see everywhere. The headline is that the immigrants is eating people's pets. That's the headline. I'm like, come on, Trump. Come on now. We knew that this what you was gonna do, but I think it was a little far this time. I honestly think it was far. Had a lot of other stuff he said in there, but that was just the biggest one that I remember right off the top of my head. And another problem I have with this thing is it was all entertainment value. all entertainment value. I feel like I got nothing from it. And of course, I'm gonna get on y'all black people. I get on Instagram. Did y'all see that debate? Yeah, eat them up, eat them up. That's all y'all cared about was the eat them up part. Y'all didn't care about nothing else because it was no real facts in there. Let's be real. The whole debate had no real facts. It had this what I'm gonna do, how you gonna do it. A whole bunch of crazy stuff was said. A whole bunch of getting on each other, I'm better than you. All this, it's too much bull. The bull job. Let's just be real. I don't see how anybody got anything out of that debate at all. And all the black people on my TL, they were lit. Yeah, eat them up, eat them up. She really got on them. She was getting on them. That's because that's what y'all feed off of. That's the entertainment that y'all feed off of. That's what y'all watch. Bad Girls Club. That's all y'all want is the drama of it all. I don't want to deal with that. I don't care for that. Give me something solid that I can work off of, especially when it comes to a presidential debate. That was all entertainment factor. And if I wanted to watch that, I would go watch Love Island or something. Come on. It was nothing solid about that presidential debate whatsoever. I the worst one I done seen. 1,000% the worst one that I done seen. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this video out the way discussing the presidential debate that, in my opinion, was horrible. Let's get it.
So let's now welcome the candidates to the stage.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Donald Trump has been in numerous presidential debates, but this is the first presidential debate that Kamala Harris has been in. And I think millions of Americans were watching to see how she would perform without a teleprompter, without notes, without aides by her side.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that.
Early on in the debate,
that was one of them lines that y'all loved and ate up 1,000%. She told him, that was one of them lines right there. Yeah, 81 million people fired him. I think the Electoral College fired him, but that is what it is. That is what it is. Come on, let's continue.
Vice President Harris set a trap for Donald Trump when she brought up out of thin air this idea that people were leaving his rallies early because they were so things was saying.
You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
This wasn't in response to a question. It was just something that she kind of planted there because she knows that Donald Trump cannot take any allegation about his crowd sizes and move on.
People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics.
He was a little bit more all over the place.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Who cares about Donald Trump rally size? And of course, Donald Trump cares, so he gonna respond to the bull. A whole bunch. Who cares? How does that help the American people? How does Trump's rally size help the American people at all? It doesn't. And this is the type of stuff they was talking about. This is the type of stuff that was hitting. This is the type of stuff that y'all say, yeah, she ate them up. A whole bunch of bull. Come on. Are we kidding? Are we serious? This is what the presidential debate has come down to.
The place, and it prevented him from attacking her on a range of issues where he might have had the upper hand, from immigration to the economy. Donald Trump probably had his most effective attack lines of the night when he was talking about the positions that Harris has changed over the course of her political career.
Fracking? She's been against it for 12 years. Defund the police. She's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it.
The fracking issue is a huge one in Pennsylvania where this debate was held because big.
One thing we do know is that Kamala does flip-flop on her policies. That is what it is. That is what it is. However, that's something that we already know. Nothing new was said. Nothing new. They using the same old attack lines on each other. It's all at this point. Come on.
Big parts of Western Pennsylvania, this accounts for a lot of jobs. And so he was pretty effective in going right at her and saying that these are positions she's changed in the past, and how do we know that she's not going to change her position again? During the course of the debate, conservatives were screaming that the moderators from ABC were unfair to former President Trump on a number of occasions, but not too many occasions, but quite notably several. The moderators corrected him, fact-checked him in real time.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
I just want to clarify.
Y'all, that was the headline. That was the headline. That's the biggest line from this presidential debate that they running with. Like I said, y'all, I'm in Europe. That's what they talking about. Yo, did you hear Donald Trump said that they eating the cats and the dogs? I come into work, I'm looking like, come on, y'all. It's the morning time. I don't want to talk about this. Let me live. That's the tagline that they running with from this whole thing. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of embarrassing. It is kind of embarrassing. Because that's the tagline. This whole thing is horrible.
I clarify here, you bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
These were statements that Trump has made repeatedly that have been fact-checked many times as not being true. So they didn't kind of wade into something that was maybe more, a gray area. But still, it was notable how it happened, and many conservatives, even some lawmakers, were alarmed. One other key point in the night was,
now let's be real. The moderators, it was definitely like what everybody was saying, 3v1. The moderators didn't let up on Trump at all. I'm talking about they didn't let up. No matter anything he said, that's fact checked. It's a lie. Anything. I don't personally remember them saying anything about Kamala getting fact checked. I don't think not one time. And I know she said some false statements too. Like as soon as she talks about Project 2025 or whatever it is, they should have fact checked her on that. Said, well, Kamala, that's a lie. That's not his Agenda 47. It's not. Moderators horrible. They did horrible. They played too much of a role, and they didn't do their job. They didn't do their job at all. This was a horrible debate.
Was when both candidates were asked about what they would do to resolve the conflict in the Middle East.
We must have a two-state solution where we can rebuild Gaza, where the Palestinians have security, self-determination, and the dignity they so rightly deserve.
I will get that settled and fast, and I'll get the war with Ukraine and Russia ended. If I'm president-elect, I'll get it done before even becoming president.
This is not an easy issue, obviously, but neither of them would lay forth a plan about what they would do to have this behind them. Harris talked about,
like I said, we got nothing from this debate. Who's surprised? Who's surprised? Let's be real.
About how she wanted to help families. She kept talking about this opportunity economy, which is, kind of a buzz phrase that Democrats are using. But there weren't a lot of specific new policies. There was one point when former President Trump was pressed on his approach to replacing the Affordable Care Act.
I'm not president right now, but if we come up with something, I would only change it if we come up with something that's better and less expensive. And there are concepts and options we have to do that. And you'll be hearing about it in the not too distant future.
Former President Trump brought forward a lot of the ideas that he's had in the past. He wants to raise tariffs. He wants to shut down the border between the U.S. and Mexico. They are popular ideas with his base. And the fact that he's going to stick to these ideas and continue to push for them and drive them home, that is the kind of consistent message that a lot of Republicans and conservatives and independents want to hear. The debate at the end of June between Biden and Trump was a disaster for Biden and knocked him out of the race. Harris could not afford to have a bad debate. So many Americans do not know her, do not really understand what her policies are. And if she kind of fumbled her way through the evening, it could have been the end of her candidacy as well. So we learned that she can hold her own, that she can go toe-to-toe with former President Trump for 90 minutes. Whether she did enough to win over independent voters, whether she did enough to kind of assure people in places like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, that she's the one that'll take the country where it needs to go in the future, it's unclear.
Yeah, it's unclear. For sure, it's unclear. Let's be real on that. It is unclear because that sucked. The whole debate sucked. I feel like if you're on the left, you're gonna stick with the left. If you're on the right, you're gonna stick with the right. Nothing from either side just made anything want to change. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will give both candidates a solid C. Trump does what he always does, but he fell into a whole bunch of traps that he should not fell into. Kamala, she didn't give us anything new at all. And y'all know one thing she did say about the small businesses, she wants to give them a $50,000 tax credit for the small businesses or something like that. A lot of Black people won't be able to take advantage of that because let's be real. How many Black people are even making more than that? You can say what you want. You can say what you want, but how many? It's the truth of it. Overall, the debate gets a D. I'm gonna drop the debate to a D because the moderators was doing too much. Each candidate gets a C. The debate gets a D. D for debate. Horrible debate. I did not enjoy it. I wasted too much of my life, and I hope that I don't have to hear anything about this specific debate no more. The last debate that they did with Trump and Uncle Joe, 1,000 times better. The moderators asked the questions. It was no speaking over each other, all that extra stuff. It was clean. This debate by ABC trash. And the moderators should be ashamed of themselves for being so one-sided when it comes to this type of stage. Let me get y'all's. How y'all feel about it? Let me know. So make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Whew, y'all, that right there. I'm glad that's over with. I'm glad that's over with because now I don't gotta talk about it no more. I feel like I'm gonna end up having to say a few words about it. I feel like I'm gonna have to say a few words about it, but overall, now that that's done, I don't gotta talk about that debate no more. Got nothing from it, y'all. I still want to say that. I got nothing from that. I just got a wasted of my morning, and I could have been doing something else. Or listening to something else with my morning. I ain't gonna lie. I got a book I'm trying to finish. That literally could have been finished in that hour 30 that I was listening to that bull jive. Not worth the time at all. And if they do another one, don't waste all of it. That's it. That's what I say. Don't waste America's time like that no more. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and go into our last topic of the day. Tyreek Hill's traffic stop. Now, y'all already know. I feel like some of y'all already know how this gonna go. However, I'm gonna play the video first before I get off how I feel the optics around this thing just so that I don't become the enemy. Like that's literally it. Because I know that's what you want. Y'all want me to be the enemy because you already know how I'm kind of gonna go off with this. Y'all already know how I'm kind of go off with this. So ain't nobody just surprised. Let's go ahead and get this thing going though. Miami-Dade Police Department. You telling them?
How's your speeding? Move forward.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Don't knock on
Why don't you have your seatbelt on?
Don't knock on my window.
Why don't you have your seatbelt
Don't
on?
knock on my window like that, though.
Like what?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here.
Don't knock
That
on
way you
my
can
window.
lower it and talk to
Just
you.
get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do.
Keep it down. Hey! Keep your window down. Hey! Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Give me that.
Get out of the car.
Give me that. I'm gonna break that freaking window.
Get out of the car.
I'm finna get out.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Damn. What part of brother doing this time? Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin.
When we tell you to do something, you do it.
I'm getting
You understand?
Out. I'm getting out,
You
bro.
understand? Not when you want, but when we tell you.
I'm getting
You're a little
out.
confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill, bro.
Too late.
All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, hey,
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You can stop crying.
bro. Beating on my window like y'all crazy, fuck. Beating on my window like it's crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Hey, hey, hold on, pull to the side, yo, dude. Hey.
Hey, let's be real. Y'all seen the footage. Let's be real. Now, I'm going to be fair, though. I'm going to be fair. I am going to be fair with this. However, I'm going to come at this the same way the video played out. Tyreek Hill. He caused this. That's straight up 100%. He caused this with his actions 1,000%. The cop tell him pull over. The first thing he say when he rolled down his window is, hey, twin, don't knock on my window like that. Are y'all kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is that the first thing you would say to the police? They pull you over? Hey, twin, don't knock on my window like that. I don't care what you talking about. Don't knock on my window like that. You do what you got to do. Go give me my ticket already. And then roll up the window right there in the police face like he ain't just standing there. Gone. Are you kidding me? Y'all have got to be joking. Now what happens after that? The police feels disrespected. Tyreek still doing Tyreek stuff. Get out the car. Now you got the 12 going off. Now here the police come. Now here when the police wrong. Get out the car. His partner, get out the car. Open the door and yank him out. Now here comes Black America. Oh my God. The police doing too much. Tyreek bought that on himself. Now, was 12 right? No. Of course, he wasn't right in the reaction. Because two wrongs do not make a right. But Tyreek, he caused that to happen. He needs to take responsibility for that happening. But does he? Of course, he's not going to. Of course, he's not going to. Tyreek caused that. Now, does that dissolve the police of doing it? No, because two wrongs do not make a right. Tyreek, you have got to do better, man. The officer deserved everything that he's getting. Yes, he deserves that because that was the wrong reaction. However, you need to take responsibility for your actions as well. Cop pulls you over, the first thing you do is you get rude and mad. However you acting, we seen the video. Does that justify what the police officer did? No. However, did it cause the accident to happen? Yes. The cause and effect. Because Tyreek was being rude. Hey, twin, don't knock on my door like that. What's wrong with you? That's literally what he said. Hey, twin, don't knock on my door like that. What's wrong with you? You do what you got to do. Go on. Give me my ticket so I can get out of here. Rolls up the window right in the police officer's face. If I was, I would say, hold on, player. Hold on, player. What's going on? We all know that's not how you react in that situation, especially as a black male. Especially as a black male. That is not how you react in that situation. And for everybody in America to be getting on 12, especially when that video came out, we need to hold Tyreek, we need to hold him responsible to something. That's just in general not how you would treat somebody. You know, they, at the end of the day, the police were just doing their job. You were speeding and riding around with your seatbelt off. They was just doing their job. And for you to be upset about that, you know, I don't know what he had going on, but they knock on the window. The first thing you do when you let down the window is say, hey, partner, don't knock on my window like that. Come on now. Come on. That makes no sense. Of course, he had a little press conference after. So we gonna see what that's talking about as well. Let's get it.
Can we go through what you experienced? What was what happened?
Right now, you know, so I've been trying to figure that out too. Man. Right now, I'm still trying to put it all together. So I'm not gonna give you a version that I still don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to be able to use this platform to say, like, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, bro? Like, worst case scenario, you know?
And I think that you know that you Tyreek Hill. That's why you acted like that. That's why you was acting like that. 1,000%. That's why you was acting like that. Ain't no normal person. Well, some of y'all do act like that. Let's get it. Some of y'all do act like that. But Tyreek acted that way in that situation because he's Tyreek. Why you pulling me over? I'm Tyreek. Gone somewhere. Give me my ticket and gone. He caused this to happen, y'all. He caused it to happen. The effect is not always, you know, you don't know what effect you could get. You could get, okay, sir, I'm sorry. Or you could get out the car. Like, that is, hey, two wrongs don't make a right, though. Two wrongs don't make a right.
You know, because it's crazy. Like I want to be a cop one day. I got a state trooper, had all that, you know, so I got a lot of respect for cops, man. But obviously, you know, everybody has bad apples in every situation, you know. So
Both of y'all was bad apples.
I want to be able to, you know, use this platform, you know, to figure out a way to like flip this and, you know, make it a positive on both ends, on my end and then also Miami-Dade, you know, so that way we can team together.
The positive need to be, this is an example y'all better not follow. Do not follow in his example. And for the police side, don't follow in that police example. Y'all need to learn how to de-escalate situations and not let somebody else having a bad day get you in trouble. At the end of the day, the officer is out of there. Or he was been put on leave. I don't think this warrants him losing his job all the way. But he should be put on leave. He needs to go through some classes. He needs to go to school. He needs to go get some training. Because this whole situation is ridiculous. On both sides, do not act like Tyreek. Do not act like that officer. Both of them showed their tail.
Together and, you know, do something positive for the community, because that's what it's all about, bro. Like, you guys are here to like protect us as individuals, and you know, I have a platform and I want to be able to team up with you guys. So that's all I gotta say. So,
Tyreek, why do you believe the police put you in handcuffs?
I have no idea, for real. No idea, man.
Now that one I can believe. No idea. It's like it's because it escalated real quick. That's what that is. That whole situation escalated way too quick. Like it escalated. It wasn't slow at all. So yeah. But let's be real. You definitely rolled up that window in that police officer's face. Like gone somewhere. I hope when you look back at it, you say, yeah, maybe the reaction wasn't warranted, but I caused this. Like I caused that to happen.
It's crazy. No idea. It wasn't disrespectful.
What?
You know, because my mom didn't raise me that way.
I don't care what you say. Wasn't disrespectful. Tyreek, when you go back and look at that video, you telling me that your energy wasn't off, brother. You can't tell me your energy wasn't off. I don't think you was being respectful. If that comes to it.
Didn't cuss. Didn't do none of that. So, like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out, man.
I guess the police officer was put on administrative leave. Were you aware of that? And
Nah, I wasn't. That should tell you everything.
That's warranted though, because like I said, two wrongs don't make a right. And watch him act like it was all the police fault. Well, he about to act like it was all police fault.
Then you need to know then.
That's everything you need to know. I didn't do nothing wrong. Tyreek.
Should tell you everything you need to know. So that's all I'm gonna say about that situation. I'm just glad that my teammates were there to like support me in that situation, because I felt alone, you know. And when they showed up, it made me realize we gotta fuck shit, dog. For them to like put their life, you know, it was a to see, man. So.
Yeah, it was on his mind.
I have a great support system at home, man, from my wife, from my mom, you know, and then